Hey guys, it's Dami and welcome back, Strollers. It's been such a long time. Sorry for the long hiatus, but if you stay up to date with my YouTube channel, you know I was posting shorts the entire time I was studying through nursing school. So I'll do another video giving you guys an update of what third semester was like, but I just wanted to cover this video talking about how I'm currently affording nursing school, how I have afforded it this whole time. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe, make sure you like this video because I make vlogs, lifestyle videos, and all things academics and nursing, and you just want to stay up to date with my channel because I cover a lot of important topics. So let's get into it. So if you don't know, I'm currently in Duke University's ABSN program, which is an accelerated Bachelor of Science nursing program, which is for people who already have a bachelor's degree. So in 2021, I graduated my bachelor's degree from Union College in biomedical engineering, and I decided to come to Duke for a second degree in nursing. If you don't know, these programs are really expensive, and I didn't know this beforehand, but they're really expensive. So Duke on average is around $99,000 for the whole program, and that's not covering cost of living. So you have to pay rent, you have to pay for your car, gas, and all that other stuff. Food, super expensive. But that's not including the $99,000. So understanding this before you go into nursing school can really help you prepare. So I'm gonna split this video into two, kind of what you should know before you get into nursing school and what you should do to be able to afford nursing school before you get in. And then once you're in nursing school, how can you continue to afford it? Okay, so about 40% of my tuition was paid for in scholarships. That includes Duke specific scholarships and outside scholarships. I covered another part of my tuition and I cover my cost of living with my savings account. And then I also have loans, which I have private loans and federal loans. Well, I guess I don't really have federal loans anymore. Thank God for Joe Biden and this whole cancellation thing. I don't care if it was political. I don't have federal loans anymore, thank God. So before getting in, I would say look for schools that offer merit scholarships. So I was specifically looking for schools that offered merit scholarships. I went to their informational sessions, which were at that time on Zoom, and I asked the question during their Q&A, do you guys offer merit scholarships? Some schools were like, no, automatically, and some schools were like, yeah, we do. We have one scholarship, we have this. Not a lot of schools offer merit scholarships, but some do, and so I would look specifically for those schools if you're worried about affording nursing school. The second thing I would say is don't just look for like name brand schools like Johns Hopkins, UPenn, just like big schools like that, because the name doesn't mean everything. I would also look at their curriculum. So something I really like about Duke's curriculum is that they split up our pathophysiology classes throughout our whole program. Whereas some other nursing schools are like, this is your one class of pathophysiology and pharmacology and you need to know everything. Whereas I loved how Duke was able to split it up throughout our whole educational journey. So that was really helpful for me, and that's why I really liked Duke. And it just happened to be a name brand school also. But I would say look at other schools also, because you want a school that's really gonna prepare you for NCLEX and not just a school that you're gonna have its name on a transcript and it's not gonna prepare you at all for NCLEX. Okay, so the third thing I would say is that before getting in, you should start a high yield savings account. So I had heard of this beforehand, like when I was back in high school and stuff. I was like, I don't really need to save for anything. My checking account is good enough. But guys, a high yield savings account is everything. The money just sits in the savings account and it gains a high amount of interest. If you start a savings account with your traditional bank, their interest rate on your savings account is about like 0.02%. It's really low. But if you start a high yield savings account and if you Google just like high yield savings accounts with the highest amount of interest, you'll find like articles that list the top ones out. But if you start a high yield savings account, you can have like 1.2% interest on your money that's just sitting in your savings accounts. And the great thing about a lot of these high yield savings accounts is that they have no minimums. You can withdraw and you can deposit as much as you want at any point in time. So it's really not restricting at all. It's kind of like having a checking account, but your money is accruing interest. And so I would say save, save, save. Saving is super important. And I just would not be able to afford my cost of living. I would have to take out more loans if it wasn't for all the saving I did back in college. And now I have, it's kind of running out, but I have some money in my savings account to take me through, hopefully, to take me through the end of this program in 3 or 4 months. And guys, I didn't factor in how much money it costs to like also hang out with friends and build relationships with people you want to get closer with, whether it's in nursing school or outside nursing school. Hanging out with people costs money, and I just didn't realize that because in college I'd already paid for it and all the activities were on campus, so I didn't really spend money hanging out with my friends or anything like that. But it is much more of a commitment financially to hang out with people after you graduate. Okay, so once you're in nursing school now, how do you afford it? What are we doing now that this huge debt is on our back? So the first thing I would say is apply for outside scholarships, like constantly. It gets so exhausting, guys. I can't count on 2 hands. I can't count on 4 hands how many scholarships I've applied to and haven't gotten back. But I can count on 1 hand how many scholarships I've applied to, and they have gone back to me, and I've gotten a significant amount of money that's really lifted a burden off of my shoulder. So I will put some suggestions down in my description below of scholarships that you guys can apply for. But for example, there's the Nurse Corps Scholarship, there's the FNSNA, which is the Foundation of National Student Association Scholarships. And that one's really awesome because it's 1 application and it sends your basically application to a bunch of different scholarships. So you can win 1, maybe 2 different scholarships. I'm sorry, there's a cat outside my window. And so I won a Johnson & Johnson Our Race to Health Equity Scholarship. And you don't have to wait till you're in nursing school to apply for these scholarships. I'd actually recommend that you apply to them before you get in, or even as soon as you get in, start looking for these scholarships because the search does take a long time and it takes a long time to apply to them. So yeah. Okay, another suggestion I have for affording nursing school once you're in is to get a chill job. A lot of nursing schools advise don't work, don't do this, and some people can't work. Like, know your limits. Don't work if you can't work. That's okay. You don't want to fail in an effort to save money, you know? So if you can't work, I just please take out the loans. Take out the loans. If you can't do it, just quit your job. But what I like to say is get a chill job, right? So people like waitressing, people at my nursing school waitress, some people still work their normal job, which I don't understand how. But I babysit and I also tutor, which has given me that money that allows me to pay for gas and food, and also a little bit of money to like hang out with a friend or 2 once or twice a week. Some other people also work as CNAs or NAs during nursing school, and that's how they make their money. And then finally, the last piece of advice I have for you guys is make peace with the fact that you will have loans. And you may have no clue about how they will be paid off. I have no clue how mine will be paid off, but now I don't have to worry about my federal loans. So just make peace with the fact that you're gonna have loans, you're gonna be in debt, and that's okay because you're gonna have a job soon and hopefully you will pay it off. Anyways, guys, so that's all the suggestions, that's all the tips I have for you guys. Oh, one tip that I did forget is that when applying for your private loans, try to get a cosigner. Just really try. You may have to humble yourself. It may be embarrassing to ask someone to be your cosigner, but it's gonna save you a lot in interest. Anyways, leave a comment below. Any questions you want me to answer, I will answer them. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and that's it. See you later, strollers.